Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Before I start this video, I just want to apologise that I've been a bit inconsistent over the last few weeks. As you can expect, obviously there's not much going on in the football world at the moment, so I have been struggling with video ideas, but I've got a new one coming out today. As you can tell, I'm going to be going over 3 signings that Hampton have made over the last 2 weeks, and as well as that, I'm going to be going into our first pre-season game that we had on Saturday against Hrbfc, just going over a little review of it as well. So let's get straight into the video. Also, I just want to apologise if I'm a bit sniffly, because I've got coming down with a bit of a hay fever as well, especially in this weather. So yeah, apologies for that in advance. Let's get into the video. So the first signing we made was Louis Soares, who we signed from Slough Town in the National South. As well as Slough, Louis Soares has actually got a lot of experience. He's 34 years old and he's played for many clubs in his career for the likes of Bristol Rovers, Aldershot, Southend, Grimsby and Alfreton Town. So he is, as I said, he's 34 years old. He's got a lot of experience at National South level in particular and the lower leagues as well in England. So he'll bring a wealth of much needed experience to the centre, and he's a centre midfielder, and he can also play on the outside, on the wings as well if needs be as well. As well as that, he's also an international footballer for Barbados, so he also has got a lot of international experience as well, which he could hopefully bring along to the team as well. The next signing we made last week was Jack Strange, who joined from Corinthian Casuals. He is a centre-back, and apparently Gary McCann has stated that he's been training for him for 3 years, so he's also always been interested in him. We've seen a lot of him. He knows what type of player he is. He joined him from Corinthian Casuals, as I said. He also spent his early years in the QPR Academy and also played briefly for Sutton United. He's described as a commanding defender who can also play out from the back and is also more than ready for the step up to this level. Apparently we're interested in other clubs as well, so the fact he's chosen us is a good sign as well. And he was also a member of the Corinthian Casuals team that won the Hrbfc trophy in Budapest in Hungary this summer in pre-season. So looking promising that signing as well. So let's move on to the final signing that we made. And the one that I'm actually most impressed about and the one that I'm most looking forward to is we signed Laurie Walker on loan from MK Dons after he was released by Hemel Hempstead last season. We signed him on a season-long loan, and he was arguably Hemel's best player in what was a poor season for them, alongside probably Jordan Parks. He's a quality keeper. I've watched him for a while now. I've always thought he's been quality, especially when we've played Hemel as well in the past few seasons, and I'm very looking forward to this signing. So he's 29 years old. As I said, MK Dons pinched him in the summer. He played over 180 games for Hemel Hempstead, and it's his second spell with them as well. So he has played with them beforehand, before his second spell. He's had a second spell with them, so he's also very happy to join as well, because the agreement makes sense. He's getting game time as MK Dons weren't going to be playing him. And he's saying that he's a wonderful club. He's looking forward to hoping to get the team to drive in the right direction. And Hemel fans, along with many other fans, have stated that he is the best keeper in the league from last season. And I'm really impressed with this signing, as I said. I think it's a real coup, and I think this is a very promising signing that shows a lot of intent that we have as well. Now quickly, I'm just going to go over the pre-season friendly that we had on Saturday, which took place actually at Bedfont Sports, and it was between Harrow and Bath. So Harrow took the lead in the 70th minute from the spot from a penalty that apparently was clear, not really in any doubt. And then just a minute after that, Miller Rodney, who appeared to be sent off at first, or substituted at first, but actually appeared to have been sin-binned, which was a bit strange because we don't know what sin-bins are going to be like at this level yet, but they're takes getting used to. We'll see what they're going to be like. Then in the 79th minute, Ryan Hill equalised after a scramble and forced him to equalise for Hampton, but then Harrow did get a late winner in the 80th minute, and Tyrone McCarthy was the Harrow man who was Tyrone McCarthy in the net, couldn't keep it out for Hampton, so Harrow got the win in the end. But pre-season, it's not about the result, it's more about just getting the fitness up, and I'm not a massive advocate of pre-season, but obviously it needs to be done, but I'm not one who takes so much out of pre-season, but because it's all about, like I said, just getting the result, getting the fitness up, and working your way gradually back to first team fitness. So the next 2 friendlies are going to be against Bournemouth on Saturday and Chesham United on the Tuesday. Both I'll be doing vlogs of, so stay tuned for that. But now I'm going to actually go into our fixtures list, which you were released last week too. I'm just going to quickly glance over them. So some would say we have been given a tricky start. Our first game of the season on 3rd of August is away at Chelmsford City as we travel to Essex, which I actually called it will be an Essex team. Our first home game is on the Tuesday against arguably the league favourites, Havant and Waterlooville, which is an incredibly tough start, I have to say, but you've got to face all these teams in the game, you've got to be positive and hope you can get the results. The festive fixtures on Boxing Day and New Year's Day see us face Dulwich Hamlet. We start with going to Champion Hill on Boxing Day and then come back at Hampton on the New Year's Day. Our final home game of the season is Eastbourne Borough at home on April the 18th, before our final league game away to Billericay Town on April the 25th. Obviously all these fixtures are subject to FA Cup, FA Trophy progression and change, so could still change yet, but they're the fixtures as things stand. that's going to be it for this video. Apologies again for the inconsistency. Obviously, like I said, I'm struggling for video, but my National League South prediction video will be coming out very, very soon, so stay tuned for that. Thank you for the support as always. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe on this video, turn the notifications on. Any other videos you want to see, leave them down below. I hope you did enjoy my goal compilation that I uploaded last as well. Obviously, there was no commentary over it, but hope you enjoyed that and the little compilation I made. It was just a little quick video that I could make just so I didn't have to record anything. But like I said, hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to drop it a like, subscribe if you're new around here, share if you have, it would be greatly appreciated if you could, and turn notifications on. And I'll see you for my next video very, very soon.